Yo, what's going on, you guys? This is me, Jason, aka Titans Daily. Welcome back to another video. I'm gonna do predictions for the week one of college football. Um, yeah, I'm not gonna do all the games, obviously, but here's what the games before this: Boise State lost to South Florida, USF. Iowa State beat Kansas State. Illinois beat Western Illinois last night. Let's get started. Texas Ohio State. This is probably gonna be the best opener we'll have in a while. Um, Ohio State coming off that national championship. You know, I think this game is going to be really good. It's going to be really close. It's in Columbus, but Texas has been really good. Arch Manning coming back. I'm going to unfortunately pick Texas here. I think Texas will win. I'm going to say 35-31. It's going to be really close. It's going to be the game of the week, game of the year, potentially outside of the college football playoff. But I think Texas will win that game. Syracuse, Tennessee. I don't want to spend too much time on all of these games, so sorry. I think Tennessee can win this game. It's really gonna be a prove it game for Joey Aguilar, coming in from App State and then having just a couple weeks spent with UCLA before he transferred to Tennessee. Tennessee basically just traded Nico for Joey Aguilar, so hopefully we can see Tennessee hopefully on the run game too with Deshaun Bishop and Peyton Lewis coming back. Jermon McCoy is hopefully to come back soon. Boo Carter returned to the team a few weeks ago. So I have Tennessee winning this game. I'm going to say 30. No. I'm going to go 28-20. Tennessee wins this one. So I would take the points for Syracuse plus 13.5. But that's just me. I'm not a betting man, but I rarely bet, by the way. So, anyways, Indiana versus Old Dominion. I think Indiana wins this game. They got their new quarterback. I think it's like Ferdinand something. This guy, Fernando Mendoza, transferring from, I forgot what college he went to before. But I think Indiana wins this game single-handedly. I think it's going to be like 42-10 Indiana over Old Dominion. Penn State versus Nevada. I think Penn State definitely has this game on lockdown. I think they're going to, bring all the energy because they are in Beaver Stadium. This is a tough place to play. This is one of my toughest places to play on the list. I don't have a list out, but if I did have a list, I think Penn State's top 5 in, crowd energy. And I think Penn State's going to win this game like 56-3. So, Penn State. Georgia versus Marshall. So a lot of people are viewing this as a trap game for Georgia, but I really don't think it. I don't buy into that BS. I think Georgia, after losing Carson Beck, they still retain Dylan Bell, right? They still have their run game. Trying to think of the running back right now. They still have an elite defense. We'll see how they play against Marshall, but I think Georgia's going to win this game. I think also like 35-3 or 38-3. So I think they're just going to manhandle Marshall inside of Sanford. All right. Next game in Tallahassee, Florida State versus Alabama. I really am a believer in other SEC teams except for like a couple because, Tennessee has a big rivalry against Bama, Florida, Kentucky, Vandy, obviously for in-state reasons. But I think Alabama wins this game. I think they win it pretty convincingly. Actually, they win by 14. I think they're going to win 27-13 against Florida State in Tallahassee. So they're going to take those tomahawk chomps and throw them out the window. So Alabama over Florida State, Iowa over South Dakota. This shouldn't be close at all. Oregon versus Montana State. This also shouldn't be close at all. Oregon's going to win this game. Oklahoma's going to beat Illinois State. Florida's going to beat Long Island University. Kansas State going to beat North Dakota. Next best game is LSU Clemson, and I really think that LSU is the biggest question mark for this year. Obviously, they got Harold Perkins coming back. They got Garrett Nussmeier coming back. But there's a lot of questions, a lot of doubts. I really think Clemson could win this game. I think in there, that Death Valley, I think Clemson's going to take this game, and I think it's going to be pretty close. I think it's going to be a really defensive game, so I think it's going to be 21-17 Clemson. Might be higher scoring, but I see that total, 57.5, but don't let that fool you. I think Clemson's going to win this game by a squeaker, 21-17. Also, side note, I will be having an NFL predictions video next week, a week from, um, or this coming Tuesday, actually, the 2nd. So be on the lookout for that. And we'll actually do every week. Unlike college football, I'm gonna do a couple weeks. I'm gonna do selected weeks where there's a lot of good games on. Like week 1. There's a couple other weeks in the schedule, but I'll figure that out as we go through it. Michigan's gonna beat New Mexico. I think Texas Tech is gonna beat Arkansas Pine Bluff. Ole Miss should beat Georgia State. SMU should beat East Texas A&M. Arizona should beat Northern Arizona. South Carolina should beat Virginia Tech. All right, the last good game. Good game. Miami versus Notre Dame. 7:30 kick in Miami in Coral Gables. I really think Miami can win this game. They did last year. They did, and I think Miami's they did lose Restrepo and Cam Ward to the Titans, of course, right? Um, they still got Francis on their offensive line. I still think they can run the ball really well. I think they can beat Notre Dame at home. So I think Miami's going to take this one. It's going to be a high-scoring game. I think it's going to be 27-20 for Miami, game-winning field goal. Do not place that bet. I will say, if you are going to sports bet, do what you think is right, but only bet what you can only afford to lose. That's exactly what my advice would be. Just, do the best you can. I don't know. Some games are very unbettable, like Notre Dame, Miami, LSU, Clemson's unbettable. I honestly think that Texas, Ohio State's very unbettable, but a lot of people are going to go crazy. So, yeah. Anyways, I think my locks of the week will be Penn State over Nevada, Georgia over Marshall, Oregon over Montana State, Texas A&M over UTSA, and Michigan over New Mexico. Like some of these games, like Texas Tech. I mean, we did see Boise State lose 31-7 or 34-7 over Boise State. So you never know. Any given Saturday, anything can happen. So, yeah. If you guys enjoyed this video, hit the like button down below. I know it wasn't that long, but you know what? I just wanted to throw in my picks out there. I think the NFL video is gonna be a lot longer than 8 minutes. So, yeah. If you guys are new to the channel, hit the subscribe button so you can stay up to date on whenever I upload new videos like this, or Minecraft, or Wizard 101, or College Football 26, and hopefully soon NBA 2K26. And yeah, I hope you guys have a great day, and I'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.